United Nations General Assembly ramps up next week in New York City, which means tight security and gridlock, street closures across the city. Joining me now with what New Yorkers can expect, CBS News law enforcement contributor, former deputy commissioner with the NYPD, Richard Esposito. It's good to see you here. From a policing perspective, all right, set the scene for us, especially with the climate that's out there right now. World leaders all gathered in one known location over the course of a week. I know we deal with it each and every year, but it just seems as though the awareness, the security has heightened each and every year. So what security measures are taken to keep them all safe?
You know, it's first thing is traffic, of course, but it begins with the planning, and the planning is practice, coordination, intelligence. So Secret Service is here. It's a national special security event, the 81st for them. But the NYPD is here, and they've been here since the beginning of the United Nations. And, you know, every year, going all the way back to Fidel Castro, Muammar Gaddafi, Arafat, there is always something high on the radar for the threat radar through Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and now threats like the assassin who killed Charlie Kirk, the commentator. So that's the climate, and that's the packaged preparation. And then, of course, there's the enormous display of force that you see. Several thousand New York City police officers and a perimeter that pretty much locks down Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, and we'll get to that aspect of it in a second, because I know, of course, everybody around here, all they really worry about is the traffic and how are the cops going to keep people moving, you know, freely in that area. But along the lines of what you were just talking about, the political climate right now, whether it's what's going on with Israel in Gaza, whether it's Charlie Kirk from last week, there's such a heightened awareness right now, and kind of like this kind of palpable feeling that anything can happen at any moment. How much more difficult does that make that for the NYPD? Not only working with themselves, but now in conjunction with all of these different security details and Secret Service, whatnot.
It's an incredibly challenging task. They have done a really amazing job year after year coping with this kind of heightened threat. And this year, they say their intelligence radar is really up for the kinds of threats that, whether it was a Luigi Mangione or a Charlie Kirk, these kind of threats that are now high on their radar, and they're looking hard for those. So is the Secret Service. They go door to door sometimes if there's someone they suspect of being a threat. They show up at their house and take a look at them in person. And they have a book of these, a virtual book these days.
And you really can't leave anything to chance, whether it's just some innocuous post on a Facebook page or somewhere on the dark web. I mean, you basically have to address everything these days.
And they do. Bomb dogs, snipers, counter snipers, headquarters at a hotel where everybody meets before they take off on the patrols each day. It's a phenomenal undertaking, and despite the challenges this year, they have always done a good job. And you don't want to jinx anything. They've always done a good job.
Well, that's the nice part about it. It's like if you've really done a good job, you don't hear anything about it. Exactly. And that's the way you hope it is at the end of that week. Last question for you on a kind of bringing the temperature down a little bit. From a traffic standpoint, how tough is that aspect for the NYPD to just, again, to make all the people that live and have to commute here in New York City, that's what they're really worried about. They're probably not thinking about the heightened security. They're just thinking about, why is this taking me so long to get across town?
Yeah, exactly. The words "don't drive" should be on everyone's mind. There's no reason. You know, the wealthiest people in New York, the working people in New York, take the subway with everybody else. Get to know your neighbors. You try and drive. There's 150 motorcades taking place. Those black cars, those SUVs, those streets, rolling blockades. It's crazy to try and drive through it. It's fun to watch it if you're not driving. But, you know, even pedestrians have to stop while they fly by. And, you know, this is the big week coming. So enjoy it, but stay out of it, you know.
Yeah, stay out of that way. All that diplomatic immunity. You don't want to be involved with any of that stuff. Hey, Fresh Direct, move to the side. Let these people go through. All right, Richard, good to see you. Thanks so much. CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito, who we always enjoy having with us each week. For more on this, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com, and see some of our other conversations with Richard over the past years. Okay, a Long Island mother demanding